Hey guys, the Will Coca podcast is teamed up with Find the Good. Find the Good is a brand that helps reinforce good habits in both mental health and physical well-being. Use the code WillCoca to receive 10% off your next purchase. And remember, 10% of the profits go to Mental Health America. Welcome to another 5-Minute Friday. We made it to Friday, folks. As we approach Día de Muertos, or Day of the Dead, there's something that's been on my mind. Now, this isn't going to be your typical historical dive-in to what this day actually means. We'll get there, but this is a little bit more personal. Let me start with Día de los Muertos, or Día de Muertos itself. If you're not familiar, this is a Mexican holiday celebrated on November 1st and 2nd. It's one of the most beautiful traditions I've ever encountered. It's not about mourning, it's about remembering. Now, during Día de Muertos, families create ofrendas, altars, decorated with marigold flowers, photos of loved ones who have passed, their favorite foods, their favorite drinks, and little personal items. There are sugar skulls and pan de muerto, and all these little intricate things that make up this altar. Now, the belief is that on these days, the veil between the living and the dead becomes thin, and the spirits of our loved ones return to celebrate with us. It's not sad, it's a celebration. It's about keeping the memory alive. And this brings me to why this holiday resonates with me so deeply. Almost 8 years ago, I lost my dad. 8 years sometimes feels like it was just yesterday, and sometimes it feels like a lifetime ago. Time does that strange thing where it both heals and intensifies that ache. But here's what's changed. I'm a father now. And let me tell you, losing a parent hits differently when you become one yourself. Every milestone with my own kid, I think about him. Every time I struggle with a parenting decision, I wish I could just give him a call. Every time I succeed at something or just have a moment of pure joy with my family, there's a bittersweet undercurrent, and I really wish he was here to see this. They say you don't truly understand your parents until you become one, and I'm starting to realize that's very true. I get it now. The worry, the pride, the unconditional love that sometimes you don't even have the words for. And now I miss him in ways I couldn't have imagined 8 years ago. I remember going back to his house after he passed. Everything was exactly as he left it. His slippers were right there by his recliner, perfectly placed, like he just stepped out for a moment. His coffee mug was still at the end table, probably half full. Those slippers, that mug, is an image that's never left me. He thought he'd be back. Maybe he had plans. Maybe he was going to watch a game later. Maybe he was going to call me. Maybe he was thinking about what he'd have for dinner that night. And just like that, he never did. I'm starting to understand that life ends in the middle of living, in the middle of the ordinary, and that's what gets me. There's no grand finale. It was a Tuesday or a Wednesday, man, I can't even remember. But his slippers and his coffee were right there with the assumption of tomorrow. For years after he died, I became obsessed with legacy. How would I be remembered? What mark would I make? My birthday was this week, and another year older and another year further from the last time I heard my father's voice, and something clicked. I've been asking myself the wrong question. It's not about how I will be remembered, but it's about, am I really living? Because the truth is, my dad didn't leave a legacy by worrying about his legacy. He left one by showing up, by loving us, by being himself, the flaws, the humor, the frustration, all fully human. And that's what Día de Muertos teaches us, I think. It's not just about honoring the dead. It's about how their memory informs how we live. It's about understanding that death isn't separate from life. It's part of it. My dad's slippers by the recliner remind me we are all a moment away from our last ordinary day. So make every ordinary day extraordinary. Thanks for listening, folks. That's been another 5-Minute Friday.